Professor Ashok Gulati is one of the country's leading agricultural economists, and he joins me now. Appreciate your joining us, Professor Gulati. You have been a supporter of not having a minimum income guarantee, and you and others have been writing that you believe that such a legal guarantee of a minimum support price would be financially unviable, is a bad idea, would end up in fiscal instability. On what basis are you arguing this? Why do you believe that a minimum support price would lead to fiscal chaos and financial instability if we gave it to the farmers of the country?
Let me further add that it can be anti-farmer. How? Normally the prices are decided by demand and supply. And if the MSP is made legal, the production, assume, of a particular commodity is 100, but the demand is 70, then what will happen? Nobody will touch the remaining 30. It will stay with the farmers. What will you do? What can they do? Because if I buy at a price lower than MSP, I may be put behind the bars if it is legal, right? So the issue is a simple understanding of a ninth grader who has studied demand and supply. When the prices are low, demand is high. When the prices are high, demand is low. And market has to clear. And if you don't understand this ABC, of basic economics, then I'm sorry. Demanding legal and implementing that all over the country for 23 commodities, to me, it's impossible.
But with due regard, Dr. Gulati, you would then end up leaving the farmers to the vagaries of the market and the monsoon. Farmers want some sense of reassurance, some kind of income security given to them, given the vagaries of monsoon and the market process. If sugar, for example, can have remunerative prices that governments decide, why can't farmers across these 23 crops also get a minimum support price? Why the hesitation?
Let me put the facts on the table. These 23 commodities constitute only 28% of the agriculture produce. That segment of agriculture which is flying high, fastest rate of growth, 8 to 9% per annum, is poultry. Is there an MSP for poultry products, eggs or poultry meat? Then is fishery, 7 to 8% rate of growth per annum for the last 10-15 years. Is there MSP? Milk, which is bigger than rice, wheat, pulses, sugarcane, all put together. Is there an MSP? It is growing between 5 to 6% per annum. 72% of agriculture is driven by market prices, not by MSP. Within MSP of 23 crops, real implementation of MSP is only in wheat and rice primarily, and that too in 5-6 states. You go to Bihar, for the last 50 years, their prices of paddy are 15 to 25% lower than MSP. So why don't you go and procure there? Now your other question, which is a concern, and I'm also concerned. Farmer faces two types of risks: nature's risk and market risk. For the nature's risk, there is a crop insurance. If you want to take advantage of that, but the companies that will do insurance, they are not doing charities. You have to pay premium, highly subsidized by the government, and they feel, oh, insurance companies are making money. Well, they have to make money if they have to be in business, but you and me insure our cars. Not that every day it will meet an accident, but whenever it meets, then you get the compensation for that. So that's how insurance operates. Same thing in case of prices. You have suspended the futures, which is one way to look at what the prices should be. You have banned exports. You have put stocking limits on the traders. You have unloaded things at a price lower than the economic cost, pushing the market prices to the MSP. So these are the problems. You have to get the markets right. You can't become a centralized economy where each and every commodity, there are more than 100 commodities. Why they should not get an MSP? Tell me that.
So that's an interesting argument, Dr. Gulati. I'll come also to the solutions that perhaps one can offer. But one of the criticisms that you and others have made is that the MSP guarantee in law will cost anything between 10 to 11 lakh crore rupees. There are others, though, likes of Yogendra Yadav, who are saying these are all exaggerated figures by the government, that these are assumptions being made. How do you respond? Is the government creating this fear? We give a legal guarantee, we'll be left with a huge burden on our exchequer. Is there a source on the basis of which these numbers are being thrown up?
That you ask the government. My simple question to whosoever is speaking about those things is, what sin as a milk farmer I have committed that I should not get a guarantee?
No,
all the commodities should get the same treatment. What is so special about these 23? Because they are being produced by these large farmers?
Sir, but do you believe that this is the actual figure? 11 lakh crores is what a legal MSP guarantee would cost. Do we actually have a figure at all?
You know, if the government has to purchase all these 23 commodities, it depends upon what the market price is. If the market price goes below that, only then the government will buy. And it can be, you know, at times 5% below, it can be 20% below, it can be 25% higher. So it will differ from year to year.
No.
And space, you know, it's lower in Bihar, but all the trains are coming of paddy from Bihar to sell in Punjab. Everybody knows that.
But Dr. Gulati, is the answer then? Let's look at solutions. The government surely can fine-tune a price stabilization scheme to ensure that market prices don't fall below a minimum guarantee level. Maybe that's one way to protect the farmer's income and and support him.
That's right. So that is what the solution could be. You can say the price stabilization fund. Actually, today they are using more for protecting the consumer than protecting the farmer. So that price stabilization fund could be 20,000 crores, and wherever the prices fall below, let's say, more than 10% below MSP, the government must act immediately. That pressure. But making it legal, you are asking even other traders not to touch it, because they will fear they can be put behind the bar, and that will become anti-farmer.
So what you're saying is, rather than focus on this legal guarantee, focus on fine-tuning a price stabilization scheme, a price stabilization fund that gives farmers protection and in a way protects them from the vagaries of markets and monsoons. Am I correct?
Yes, perfectly right. In fact, in my earlier incarnation with the government, that's what I had recommended at that time. And 5,000 crores were put for that. But they have been using that when the prices go high, they want to give to the consumer at a lower price. And that is covered under a price stabilization fund. The real purpose of that was, if the prices, like onion, you know, it can go to 5 rupees a kg and 50 rupees a kg. When it goes 50 rupees a kg, government wants to sell at 25 rupees a kg. But when it goes to 5 rupees, nobody comes forward. That's the time for the government to enter with that price stabilization fund.